Hello guys, it is your grandma Randy and I am back with another video, and I pray that you guys are all feeling abundantly blessed. And I want to get into the word that I have for you guys today, which is based on the scripture. It is Isaiah 43 of 19, which is, "Behold, I will do a new thing. Now it shall spring forth. Shall you not know it? I will even make a road in the wilderness and rivers in the desert." And so, what does the scripture tell us? And so, a lot of you may know the story of the Israelites and their journey from the wilderness to the promised land. And basically, that's what we can see based on the scripture right here, is that God is doing a new thing. God is taking you from a place of wilderness to your land flowing with milk and honey so that you are able to experience a new life of abundance. And so, no matter what it is that you're going through, just like the Israelites when they were traveling to their promised land, they were hungry, but God provided manna. They were thirsty, but God provided water through when Moses took in his staff and he hit the rock with it, and God made water spew out of it. And so, even in your trials, even in your tests, even in your tribulation, even through your wilderness, even through everything that you are enduring, that you are going through, God is closing the door to old things. He's closing the door to your wilderness, and He is taking you to the other side of the Jordan River, giving you your land flowing with milk and honey. A land flowing with milk and honey. And so we see that all throughout scripture how, for 40 years as the Israelites were, you know, working towards getting to their promised land, they started to lose faith. They started to lose hope, which relates to the word that I gave you guys yesterday regarding continuing to have faith in what God says that He's going to do for you. And so if you didn't check that out, go check out the message from yesterday. But it's so important to continue to have faith, to continue to have trust, to continue to hope in Him, to continue to believe in Him, to continue to keep your eyes fixed on Him, to continue to focus on the new things and not the old things. And I've spoken to you guys about that before. Oftentimes, what the enemy does is when he wants you to go backwards, he will start giving you, all these thoughts, all these memories about your past to try to get you to be in a place of desperation and depression. And then we also have to be cautious because we can sometimes get too anxious for the things that He says that He's going to do, and the devil will try to use that to give us anxiety and try to, make us step out of, the will of God and to do things in our own willpower instead of staying in alignment with God and allowing Him to order our steps. So we got to have an even balance between the two. But you are so close to your promised land. You are so close to stepping to the other side. You are at the Jordan River, crossing over. And some of you have already crossed over to your promised land of milk and honey, and you are just enjoying, the promises that God has for you. And some of you, you are right there on the edge. You are right there. Like, you can see it, you can feel it, you can taste it. And that's what the Israelites experienced too. When they were close, they felt the shift. They could feel the shift, not only based on them being able to see from where they were, and being at the Jordan River, but they could feel the shift within them. How many of you know that? Like, oftentimes when God is doing a new thing and when He is working in your life, changing things around you and in you, you notice a shift, you notice a reflection, not only in the things around you, but within you, which is more significant because we walk by faith, not by sight. And by us walking through faith, there has to be a work done within us, on the inside of us, before it can even be done on the outside of us. So we gotta continue to walk by faith and not walk by sight, and to be fearless, because fear looks backwards, but faith looks forward. And so fear is false evidence appearing to be real, but we know that God is the truth. He is not the father of lies. And so when we're walking by faith, even if we can't see it, we can trust in Him, we can hope in Him, we can believe in Him, and we know we will be able to see what it is that He promised us, because He's a father of truth and not lies. And so you will see the promises of the Lord come to pass as long as you continue to stay in alignment, as long as you continue to do His will, as long as you continue to stay on His righteous and narrow path, as long as you continue to put your trust and your faith in Him. You will see the promises come to pass in your life, and your children will be able to experience, they will be able to see that. And it's important, just make sure, as it says, that when you do get to your land of milk and honey, never forget what God brought you out of. Never forget all that He's done for you. Never forget all that He continues to do for you. Remind your children, tell them the stories of your wilderness and what you went through and what you had to endure in order to get to where you are, so that way they can understand and they can know and they can appreciate that too. They can appreciate that too. And I think that's so significant and so important that we all share, not just our testimonies with other people as we should, but also make sure that we're sharing our testimony with our children as well, so they know and have some understanding of, this didn't come overnight. This didn't come, in the blink of an eye. This wasn't easy, but it was worth it. It was worth it. So now you are able to enjoy and to not have to go through the things that, you know, I went through. And so just know that you are crossing over. You are crossing over, and you will receive the promises of the Lord, from the desert, from the wilderness to the promised land, your life of abundance and milk and honey. And so I pray this message blesses you. I love you guys. Be blessed, and I will be back with another video, Elohim willing. Bye, guys.